All right. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Derrick Jordan. I use the pronouns he, him, his, and I'd like to welcome you to our panel discussion with three parents who are part of the GFP community, who are going to share some of their thoughts and their ideas and strategies that they've come up with while navigating the shelter in place and all the different factors contributing to our current global health crisis. So before we go into a few questions that I have prepared, I would like to go around and ask each person to say their name and pronouns, please. And Pascale, we can start with you, followed by Kerry.
Hi, my name is Pascale Bernard. I use she, her pronouns.
Hi, I'm Kerry Keenan. I use she, her, hers pronouns.
Hi, I'm Eliot. I use he, him, his.
Great. Thank you all, and thank you all again for being here this afternoon. So one of the first questions that we had is a pretty important question. It's pretty much, how are parents managing their home and work life during this time? What does that look like, creating boundaries and structure? What's been helpful? What's been unhelpful? What are some of your thoughts and ideas that you have around that question?
I mean, I'm happy to jump in. There's in our home, it's sort of it's kind of the responsibilities are truly split. Because it's a fairly unique situation for us, because I'm actually still in essence working outside of the home right now, which is why I'm talking to you from inside my car. And so the sort of stay in place, every day to day, childcare issues are honestly being taken care of mostly by my wife, and with the support of our two older children, taking care of our 1 5-year-old. So it's a full house when I'm there, but for a good portion of the day, I'm still working in what has been deemed an essential business. So it's very tough in terms of trying to coordinate everything around those hours when I'm not present. And we've had to enlist, like I said, the help of some of the older siblings to take care of the younger one. And that's been particularly challenging, not just for us as parents, but as a family. The two older kids, one's 15, one's 18. The 18-year-old is home from college and trying to finish up his first semester of college with online classes, while the 15-year-old is doing the same in high school with remote learning as well. And for them, it's still very much a structured, day at school. So they have classes at set times. They have assignments and papers and finals to deal with in my son's case. And when they go into their rooms in the morning, we don't see them many times until later in the day. So it does leave my wife sort of on her take care of our 5-year-old, and it's been incredibly challenging. One of the hardest things we've ever had to really coordinate and cope with, and it's just unfortunately, and I see it all around me, and I still have people who work for me who are in the same position. And this is not a situation where grandma can come over and help out. This is not a situation that you can throw money at and put them in childcare somewhere. This is, if you don't make food for the 5-year-old, the 5-year-old doesn't eat. And so these are real everyday things that have to be planned out. And it's become incredibly challenging and / difficult, impossible in some cases. So it's been hard.
Yeah, I hear you. I mean, I hear that, you're the structure and organization as far as the kids are still in school and they have their assignments and things to do, but and even with both parents being home, you have your work obligations, and then you're also having to take care of the kids, and so it's a balance it's really challenging for not only yourself but so many of the parents, so many parents out there and families out there. I think Pascal had something to share as well.
Yeah, I just want to echo what Eliot said. I am a single mom, and I have an 11-year-old and a 9-year-old, so a third and a sixth grader. And it's really hard. I do have the privilege of working from home, but I find that I'm working more than I was when I was in the office, actually. I'm working longer, and because my commute is literally, I pop upstairs, I find that I'm getting off of work like 6 something, 7 o'clock, and trying to like rush and make dinner and try to spend some time with the kids. And when they have their breaks in between, they want mommy to, engage with them, but I'm on calls. I'm, with my staff, and it's just really, it's really, really hard. It's actually much harder than I thought it was going to be. Yeah.
My reactions button doesn't seem to be working, so but I'll just jump in if you're done. If you were done, Pascal. I have I'm immunocompromised, and I've been so for almost 20 years. So I had a weird sort of prescient ramp up to this. I guess because I'm always kind of aware of what's going on with people around me and their health. I saw this coming, so I had a bit of a chance to prepare, which sounds weird, but made sure that like all the kids had their stuff from school before school was actually officially closed, and had everything in the house that we kind of needed before everything else was officially closed. So I guess I have sort of been both. I'm lucky in that respect, unlucky that I personally can never really actually leave the house ever again. I feel like maybe in my entire life now. I don't know. But I have 2 kids. My husband is working from home full time. I am a freelancer, so I've seen all of my work completely dry up. So I'm spending a lot of hours in my day looking for work, which just stinks. And have found that I am now a homeschool mom, which I have never done before. I have a 12-year-old and a 14-year-old. My 14-year-old has an IEP, so she has dyslexia and ADHD, which in a small apartment in New York City is a challenge. So I've seen that the younger one is actually thriving somehow. Neither of them have very set schedules. And in fact, I felt for a while like frustrated with the lack of schoolwork that was coming through. It felt like maybe 45 minutes a day. And I'm kind of counting on that to give me a little bit of time for myself and what I have to do. But it's not a lot. I set schedules and then abandon them just as quickly as I sort of write them because they don't seem to work. And so I think, every day is a bit of a do the best you can here. And I am teaching, which I never saw myself as in that role or having to do that. And I have now endless amounts of, gratitude for teachers. Yeah, it's been interesting. It's almost like you can plan as much as you want to, but then every day those plans just seem to dissolve.
Yeah. Thank you all for sharing that. I mean, that's an excellent point you're making, and I love the fact that you said you're having to find this time, right? And one of my questions was,